So I'm comparing some common species with the fern discovered recently to have a genome that's 160 billion base pairs long. There's about 100 meters long in the cell, a bit over 100 meters. So you got this I'm not going to name all Latin names. This is unicellular, so single cell marine algae. Haploid, which means there's just one copy of the chromosome in each cell, and there's about 2 million base pairs. 0.012 times 10 to the power 9 base pairs, okay? So about 2 million. So this is the fern discovered recently that was in the news with a Latin name that I struggle to pronounce. 160 billion base pairs, which is pretty massive. And the genome length is, I think, a bit over 100 meters. There's at least 100 meters. I think it's a bit over. So this is strawberry. That the last name is Fragaria ananassa. I forgot to mention the ploid number of fern. I didn't have that. Oh, it's not available. So octoploid for strawberries, there's 8 copies of the chromosome number. So basic one copy is haploid, there's 8 copies of it. It's 8 multiplied by 8 times in the cell. 600 million base pairs, 0.6 of a billion, 0.6 times 10 to the power 9, 600 million, and it's 40 centimeters long. Can you guess what this is? So coffee Arabica. It's called coffee normally. It's 4 copies of it. The chromosome is tetraploid, 12 billion base pairs. It's big. And it's 80 centimeters long per cell. So this is allium, and the small word is LEPA, allium. It's an onion basically. So I struggle to speak sometimes. Allium, LEPA. It's 2 copies of it. Okay, it's the chromosome number is 2 copies. 15.6 billion base pairs, and it's 10.4 meters in the cell. So this is bread wheat. Bread wheat, triticum or triticum bastivum, I think. There's 6 copies of it. That's hexaploid. 16.9 billion base pairs. That's pretty big, and 11.3 meters in the cell. So snowdrop, with its Latin name, is 2 copies of it in the cell. Study 5.3 billion base pairs, and it's 23.5 meters long. So this is mistletoe. Viscum as album, I think. Viscum album. Mistletoe, the stuff people kiss under at Christmas. Diploid. Diploid is how you pronounce that. There's 2 copies, that's diploid as well. Diploid onions diploid, snowdrops diploid. 95 billion base pairs. Wow, that's long. It's almost as long as this fern. We have 3 billion humans, and it's 63.3 meters. So this is an oak tree, Quercus robus, I think, Quercus robus. The Latin names, the first name is always capital, the second name is always small case, okay? Well, that's the first letter is always capital, second case is always small. That's how you write it. So I don't know the number of chromosomes, haploid, diploid, I don't know what it is. Around about 800 million base pairs. It's quite small, and 66 centimeters. Humans are, we have 3 billion. We're diploid. There's 2 copies with 3 billion base pairs, and we're about, I think it's about 3 meters. 2 meters or 3 meters. So we're pretty, mistletoe is huge, snowdrops are huge, wheatbread's pretty big. This fern is absolutely gigantic. Coffee is pretty big. There's 4 times more DNA in coffee than there is human. So next time you drink your cup of coffee at work, think about there's 4 times more DNA than there is in you, at least the number of base pairs. Although we have, the length of it is actually longer in us. So yeah, that's so this was based on 2020 information from a website published in around 2022, I think. And there's about, I think there's several hundred plant species have been sequenced so far. I think it's several hundred, but yeah, there's over 900 plant species sequenced. 450 plant species. So there's 450,000 plant species known, roughly 450,000, and over 900 have been sequenced as of 2022. But yeah, this is common. So that's the fern you used the other day. This thing, pretty massive genome. And with strawberries, we have a cream, ice cream, like summer fruit. They're pretty small actually. Octoploid, 500-600 million. Coffee's massive. You fry these to eat them. You make lots of bread or eat bread. Snowdrops, they're huge considering how small they are, 35 billion. Bigger plants I think may have smaller genome sizes. Anyway, I hope you find that interesting, and any questions, ask me.